about 17 minutes ago. So this is going to be exciting. Blankets made of clouds. Hide and seek with the sun. Cool breeze that tickles my skin. Today, Gerren will take you for a spin on his ride into Toastmasters and have you experience his playlist with a speech titled, Gratitude's Greatest Hits. Please give a warm welcome to Toastmaster Gerren Sprauve.
It was 4:15 this morning when I got up out of my bed and I said I'm going to go to the gym. That was an hour earlier than I typically would, but I was thinking about you and I said I wanted to make it to Toastmasters on time.
Yeah.
And so I did. I did the gym thing and then I jumped into the shower, got ready, and got into my truck. I started the day thinking forward. Thinking about what could happen, what would happen, and prepare myself to experience it all. In the past, I would typically wake up and think about yesterday and think about problems, but that's not the great way to start my day. I was thinking about you. So as I jumped onto the 451, coming out of Apopka, and as I banked that corner to get onto the Maitland Drive, Maitland Boulevard that is, I began to think, check that out, God. I see you. Clouds in the sky. Huh. I never noticed. I rolled down the windows to allow the breeze to blow in, and as you can imagine, driving 70, 80 miles an hour on 451, there's a lot of breeze blowing through, but I got to experience it as it tickled my skin. That's a beautiful feeling. I can feel, I said to myself. I can feel. So I held on to the steering wheel and I rubbed it and I leaned forward into it, looked over, saw someone driving next to me. He looked over, I nodded, he nodded. Oh, this feels good. And as I sped off, leaving him in the dust, I was looking for the next person that I could run into. And as I pulled up next to another car, I looked across, they didn't look across, I felt rejected for a split second, and I said, this feels good. I can see. I wonder what's on their minds. I continued to drive. And because it was a little bit earlier, there wasn't any traffic backing up, once the highway meets the main road. I said, look at that. If I wake up early, I can have a smooth ride in. That's a beautiful thing. Thank you. And then I started saying thank you out loud in my truck. Thank you. Thank you. And I said, when I come into Toastmasters, I'm going to walk around and say to everyone, thank you. But they might look at you odd, Gerren. I know. Thank you, Benjamin. I remember Benjamin when I used to go to the RDV. Every day I went to the RDV, I would look down and I would see Benjamin in the afternoon lifting weights. Show those muscles. And I would walk down there just to let him know, Benjamin, I see you. Benjamin was doing it for his own reasons. At his age, the consistency, hey, you're looking good, brother. The consistency of this gentleman going to the gym, while others would make excuses. I want him to know that I saw him. Benjamin, thank you. And it's been over, 6 years since I've been there, and you're probably still going. It's all about finding things to be grateful in the mundane of life. Looking around, finding, being curious about life. I said, yo, you created all of this for me to explore? Thank you. And with those kinds of sentiments, my heart begins to open to the world. It begins to open to everyone that I'm going to come in contact with. Again, it just started with an intention of being in here early to meet you. And my life, my day has already began on a powerful note. Who would have thought Carmela would have accosted me in the back and asked me? But this is how opportunities present themselves. When we put ourselves into a state of gratitude, when we open up our hearts to the world, when we open up our hearts to everything that was created just for us, just for you, Tim. Yeah. It's a beautiful state to be in. To breathe. To rub my fingers together and feel. There's so many ways to be grateful. There's so many things you can find. I want you to play hide and seek with the world. It was made for you. Now all of a sudden you'll find things to be, not because something happened outside and then made you feel grateful on the inside, but it's because you started your day with the intent to be grateful. How was your writing? Do you remember anything? Anything of significance? I'm going to ask it again because I really do want you to think about it. Or did you just allow all of that beautifulness to pass you by? Tell me, what are you going to do when you leave here today? Are you going to play hide and seek with the world? When I was coming in, it was cloudy, and I said I wanted to play hide and seek. Guess who's out now? The sun. My soul feels so good. You too can have this state of being. I invite you, I encourage you to choose to be grateful. Open yourself to the world and play your greatest hits. Thank you.